Nestled along the Patuxent River, Jug Bay is more than a sanctuary. It's a living classroom. For 3 decades, citizen scientists have given their time and passion to keep Jug Bay's research alive.
Yeah, so if you're pointing it straight down, you're literally looking right in this area.
So you feel you have a good bite on it, and then get a little harder.
Mike has quietly led Jug Bay's box turtle survey for 30 years. With over 8,000 records, his work has shaped the way we understand Maryland's beloved reptile.
So I pretty much knew, walking up here, that this is a male. Females tend to be rounder, and they're often higher. And that part has to do with, they have to hold the eggs. So their internal body cavity has to be a little larger than a male. I grew up in New York State and actually spent a lot of time in the woods with my father, who was a great hunter and fisherman. So my interest in the natural world and the out of doors sprang from those activities and continued through my life. And for some reason, I always liked turtles. Whenever I would encounter one in the wild, I enjoyed the experience. So when I started volunteering here at the Jug Bay Wetlands Sanctuary, and there were so many turtles and such a great variety, it was a real pleasure for me. And specifically, since they were already studying the box turtles, and I thought they were pretty neat, I just decided to jump right in and get very involved, and that's what I've done.
Telemetry studies add another layer of understanding, showing us how turtles move, where they shelter, and how their lives connect to the landscape.
Hello, my name is Kevin Creek Jr. I am a wildlife technician for the Maryland's Department of Natural Resources Wildlife and Heritage Service. My ultimate goal, though, is to become a carnivore biologist one day. I'm very passionate about wolves in particular. My one goal is to show and enable people that coexistence is possible with carnivores and how they are beneficial to the ecosystem and what they provide to us overall.
Citizen science creates pathways, especially for underfunded programs and young researchers. For Kevin, it's a step toward a career in conservation.
Every year we do our radio telemetry on our box turtles. We do it from April to November. So at the beginning of every year, we'll go out and find the previous turtles that was from this past survey. So this year we went out, found our previous turtles. We removed the telemetry radio from them, and we found 4 new turtles by searching in the woods, just looking randomly within the study area, find 4 new turtles. If the turtles are marked, we also keep that in our notes. We have over 8,000 records of turtles that we have done this project on. So after we do that, we'll come out every weekend throughout April to November, and we'll use our radio telemetry. That includes our radio antenna and going out there and listening for the signals that it gives out. We have frequency that goes out for the game. It's basically like a little game of cat and mouse, you know? You're looking for those high radio signals. The closer you get, the louder the beep is. And once we find that, we tag where that turtle was, how far it traveled from its last point, any activity that shows, and it all goes to show how far these turtle moves. Are they going in and out within the study site? It just shows our population overall how it's doing.
From tidal wetlands to archaeological history dating back over 8,000 years, Jug Bay is a sanctuary for wildlife and discovery. Volunteer-driven science sustains places like Jug Bay. Without it, key programs and funding simply wouldn't exist.
Here at the Jug Bay Wetlands Sanctuary, volunteers are critical to them doing their mission. The sanctuary has, although it's a county park, it has kind of unusual missions. One mission is the preservation of the habitat. That's why it's called a sanctuary. the preservation and protection of the animals and plants that live here. Another is that they do education. And then third, they do scientific research, very unusual for a county level facility. And that research is not carried out by professionals. It's what today is often called citizen science or community science or participatory science, all right? It is carried out under the guidance of the sanctuary staff, but often strictly by volunteers. That's my case. I run the Box Turtle Research Project. I use other volunteers, several other volunteers, who actually do the work of gathering the data that supports the project. I don't know the numbers, but I do know that the IRS has an estimate they make of the value of volunteer hours. I know the sanctuary has probably 100,000 or more volunteer hours every year. They're worth X amount of money, and it ends up to be a few $100,000 worth of money that the county doesn't have to spend because they can rely on competent volunteer help.
Mike's tenacity and care remind us that one person's dedication can shape the future of an entire ecosystem.
Some other impediment keeping them from closing tight. Pressure, so my finger's on the flat edge, you're using the sharp edge.
Mike Quinlan has quietly led Jug Bay's box turtle study for 30 years. Each mark, each name, a thread in a decades-long story. For Kevin Creek, citizen science has been both a chance to contribute and a gateway to grow, a path not always open to all. Even though Black Americans make up 13% of the population, they represent less than 2% of environmental scientists. Jug Bay became part of the Chesapeake Bay National Estuarine Research Reserve in 1990, forging a link between local conservation and national protection. Here, every volunteer hour becomes data, every turtle track becomes evidence for funding. 30 years, thousands of turtles, countless lessons. Join the chorus of citizen scientists. Visit jugbay.org to learn how. Because in science, in conservation, and in community, everyone has a role.